What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back again. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. I thoroughly appreciate you for finding me worthy to listen to me and hopefully find my videos helpful. And thank you to all my old subscribers and people who are just passerbys who stop by and watch the video. I'm always welcome to feedback, comments, shares, likes, everything that you want to do. Any topics you want me to talk about, please let me know and I will be more than happy to discuss them. Just a little update. This is my second week working as a PT and it has been amazing, stressful, annoying, great, every emotion that you can feel all together. It's a major difference between a PTA and a PT in terms of work. And I didn't realize that so much as a student because as a student in PT clinic, you're just worried about like doing well, getting the patients in and out, learning whatever you can and moving on. But as an employee, as a licensed physical therapist, it's a whole nother ball game. But I'll share more in another video. Thank you again to every new subscriber that has, come on, welcome, get comfortable, let's chat. So one of my subscribers, Anatomy, had posed a question about the expectancy of PTAs in the year 2022, which is when Medicare is expected to roll out the new reimbursement guidelines, where all kinds of modifiers, CATS modifiers, are used to determine who is giving treatment, whether it's a PT, PTA, occupational therapist assistant, occupational therapist, and whatnot, as well as cutting reimbursement by 15% for assistants. So what that means is that assistants, both occupational therapist assistants and physical therapist assistants, are only going to get reimbursed 85% of whatever they administer to the patients. Now, the job outlook for PT is still out there. Baby boomers are hitting retirement. I wouldn't be afraid of not having a job, when I come out of school. If you're a PTA, I wouldn't be afraid of not making enough money. As I always say, and probably other people will say, there are many more avenues to making money, even as an assistant. You could, get into yoga, be a yoga instructor, be a Pilates instructor, have your little side, be a personal trainer, do something on the side. Or if you want to make more, that's not necessarily make more, but if you want to be more independent and have less restrictions on you, then go PT if that's your desire. But I wouldn't be afraid. Now, the reality is, I am sure, based on the principles of economics, right? If I'm a business owner and I got Medicare, especially patients coming in, and usually most other insurers follow suit with whatever CMS decides, because CMS is the big guy, right? So what happens as an employer is, if I have a business and I have a certain amount of patients, and I have done my projections in terms of how many full-time employees or part-time employees or PRN employees that I need, chances are I would hire, and this is just talking from just having knowledge of what's going on and, comparing my then and now situation, but I would either cut the pay if I know that reimbursement, I'm only getting reimbursed 85% for the services that my assistants are providing. I'd rather cut my PTA or CODIS pay, or I'd load them up with patients so they could see more patients and get more, and we can get more revenue. So I feel as though employers are going to compensate by either cutting pay, or PTAs are going to be expected to have a lot more on their patient caseload, even with less time spent in the clinic or whatever situation they're in. But this rule specifically applies to outpatient Medicare B and home health PTAs. Every other facility is sort of, for now, safe, at least from what I know. And I might be wrong, but I would, continue to check what's going on in the news. But if you're in home health and if you are in outpatient, home health makes already good money as a PTA or a PT or a CODA or OT. But expect cuts. But find other avenues of making more money. I wouldn't shy away from going PTA or PT because of the changes, because I'm sure, veteran PTs who started way back when did not foresee days like this where hot packs and cold packs were not going to be covered. I mean, before, those services were reimbursable. Now they're not reimbursable. And that's the thing. As time changes, as people commit more fraudulent things and trying to suck money from their patients, Medicare gets smart and they find ways to stop those unnecessary spending and cheating of the system. And I don't blame them because they are the regulatory body. But if you are a PTA right now watching me, I wouldn't be too concerned unless you're in home health or outpatient. But at the same time, I would be smart. You still have to negotiate with your employer. Don't just settle for any amount that they give you. Try to push for a little bit more. I mean, even me coming out as a PT, having had experience as a PTA, the offers that I got before I settled in on my job from other places was just kind of like, really? Like, are you kidding? Like, this is what y'all are offering me? And, it varied from setting to setting, but it was pretty much around the same offering range, maybe off by like maybe 8 or 5,000 or something like that, 5 to 8,000 off from like inpatient to outpatient. But all the same, I could see that, these employers are gearing up to stop offering high amounts, to get rid of PRN staff if they can, to limit, to cut pay if they have to. I saw it in my previous employer how, these organizations are re-strategizing to make things work for them, and I don't blame them. They have to sustain themselves. They still have to pay, bills, and, it is what it is. But whatever it is, continue to stay grounded, continue to push towards your goal. Don't let money be the factor for getting into whatever field you choose, whether it be PT or another field. Honestly, go in for the passion, because one thing that will suck is waking up every morning, going to your place of employment and hating every minute of what you do. I mean, we all have good days and bad days, but, I wouldn't recommend getting into any field because of money. But PTAs are safe. PTs, too, are going to be affected in a way with this new guideline where, all kinds of modifiers are going to need to be used to justify treatment. Everything, which I love, is about, quality-based care. And I think that's very important, because people can do a lot of watered-down typical treatments that are not, individualized to each patient. It's just a matter of time, I think. Once we get everything going, once, the APTA is working diligently, that is why we all need to be members to help promote the agenda of what we want to accomplish, what we want the organization to represent us for, and we'll be good. But anyways, I'm going to stop my rambling. I am going off to work. I will talk to you guys soon with a video talking about my recent experience in the clinic now as a PT. So anyways, thank you again, guys. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll talk to y'all later.